The days of voice acting for anime and video games alike is something to aspire to overall. But now it's become a centric thing where if you don't have the color of your skin on the color of the anime character, there's outrage. People are upset when you don't match the same person in there. The Simpsons did this when they removed the actor that played Apu and gave it to someone else, someone of the Indian descent for Apu. But now it's gone full circle. A lot of the voice actors are now talking about how they cannot land roles in other versions of it because it's been segregated to the point. Before we get completely into the articles here, please do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube things because that helps growth. And if you want to tell me down below what you think about all of this, who should voice actor what, and who should do what roles in these games or animes, overall, it's absolutely pertinent that the voice actors are finding work. It is also pertinent that they find someone to do the work. And at some point in our lifetime, it will get to the point where there will be just not enough people to go around for the amount of content we want to consume. This effing sucks. Bleach replaces original Yuriki voice actor with Afro-Latina actor Anaris Quinsnose gets slammed as pointless diversity hire. So the actress that did the voice of Yurikuri, I hope I'm saying it right, was someone that's voiced them from the beginning, but then it comes to episode 22 of Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War, and they hire this Anaris to change it up. And just because it was someone that matched the color on the screen, and it's absolutely insane at this point. Wendy Lee voiced the English language version of Yurikuri Shinoin since 2004. Lee was replaced for the role by Anaris midway through during Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War: The Separation. Fans labeled the decision as a meaningless diversity move, and the outrage led to Lee reprising the role of Yurikuri. Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War retained most of the original voice actors, cast members who were part of the franchise a decade ago. Among them was Anaris, who voiced Mera and Hiro in the English dub. The 26-year-old was also handed the role of Yurikuri, although the decision invoked a few negative responses. So this isn't someone that was looking for work. This was someone that they had on staff. They turned around and said, you're no longer voicing this character, and this person is, because they more fit the definition of the character on the screen for the terms of the color of their skin. It's absolutely ridiculous at this point. It's ridiculous to talk about stuff like this. And this is what we're going with. And it's gone to the point where westernized versions of voice actors are now unhappy reaping what they sowed. Complaints that the industry is now segregating roles. And that's the problem here. Segregation leads down this road that will absolutely destroy everything. This whole diversity, equity, and inclusion nonsense with voice acting, video games, roles in them in particular, where they're changing people out just to change because of the color of their skin, is segregation, and it's not good. This stuff was abolished years ago, and it's come back with a roaring vengeance with the internet becoming such a wide variety of things. In yet another instance of identity politicians being scorned by the very ideology they promote, after having himself champion such authentic casting practices, English language voice actor Sungwon Prozidi Chow has found himself offended by the Western entertainment industry turned towards racially segregating their available roles. So now they're unhappy that the roles are completely segregated. Now, if there happens to be a white color anime character on the screen, a white actor has to play that, or vice versa. It's absolutely ridiculous, If you can voice act, do it. That's what it comes down to. And that's why they go through classes, and that's why they do these things. Depending on how they're depicted on a cartoon in a video game, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the person. Like, look at Family Guy. They got rid of the guy that played Cleveland. They found some other guy to play him. Same thing with The Simpsons and Apu. It's been an ongoing modernization of today's anime, cartoons, and voice acting in general. It's an ongoing thing. Chow, otherwise known as an online handle ProZD, as well as performing as such notable roles in One Piece, Nico Makamushi, and the God of War Ragnarok's Ratatoskir, expressed his frustrations toward the rising trend via the now deleted Twitter thread originally shared to his personal account on October 23rd. I got an addition for a prominent cartoon where I was just sent the Asian character looking through the rest. I told my agent, hey, I'm happy to read for this, but can I read for some other of these characters? To which he was told all those other characters are drawn as white, so no. And you know, I remember this goes back to Stan Lee. There was an article that was in The Guardian quite a long time ago where Stan Lee was asked about Spider-Man. Should Spider-Man stay white and straight? And Stan Lee went, he's not written that way. Why would we write him differently? Why would we do that? Why would we throw in the whole inclusion diversity motto to change up Spider-Man? And you know, Stan Lee was like, no, I wouldn't mind if Peter Parker had originally been black, a Latino, an Indian, or anything else, that he stay that way, but we originally made him white. I don't see a reason to change that. And that's the problem here. The character is written the way they're written, but that doesn't necessarily mean the actor behind it should be done the same way. I believe it was also Sir Ian McClellan that was asked about Gandalf. He played him. He sat there and picked up the role, and then he also played Richard III in another one where he was a tyrant. And you know, he didn't tell the audiences to predict them that way. He didn't tell the audience, you have to see this character exactly this way by whoever's voicing it or by whoever's acting it. And that's the thing. Acting is an art form. It's a skill that people will learn. And it doesn't matter when it comes to, especially with voice acting, it doesn't matter who's going to voice act it. Can they do a good job of it? And that is where it should be. This whole segregation saying, they're drawn, they're written white. No, it has to be voiced by a white person, or by, like, look at Miles Morales too from Spider-Man. You know, this keeps coming up with Miles Morales. Miles Morales is his own Spider-Man. He is his own version of Spider-Man, but he's not the Spider-Man. He is not Peter Parker. Peter Parker is the definition of Spider-Man, and that's the difference here. And Stan Lee said it best here. He was written that way, he should stay that way, and that is where everything comes down to. But it doesn't matter who's voicing it behind the screen. That's the Wizard of Oz for you. Don't pay attention to the person behind the screen. Just enjoy. Lose yourself in the content, lose yourself in the entertainment industry, and actually just have fun. And if things went back that way, we wouldn't have people like, or movies like South Park coming out completely calling it out and just being a snooze fest overall. You wouldn't see the stocks dip like we've seen with Disney, where their stock has taken a nosedive because all this is problematic. Conversation has been had. It was had a long time ago. Segregation is bad and shouldn't be happening. Anyway, I'm your proud Canadian Phoenix. I'm going to sign off here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.